Wrangler presents Families of NASCAR. The Allison family's most memorable victory may have been a father-son 1-2 finish in the 1988 Daytona 500. But the Allisons also had great success at Bristol Motor Speedway. Bobby Allison won 4 Winston Cup races here. And his brother Donnie won the spring race in 1970. 20 years later, it was another Allison's turn, as Davey won in Bristol in 1990. For more on the Wrangler Families of NASCAR, go online to NASCAR.com. Well, talking to my pit road colleague Liz Allison this week, I found out an interesting fact about Davey's win here at Bristol. She didn't want to get close to victory lane for fear of jinxing him. So when Davey won, she had to climb a fence to get into victory lane. She ripped her sweater. Davey probably got her a new sweater, but it was well worth it. The Allisons in victory lane many times, not only here at Bristol, but across the NASCAR circuit. Many, many fond memories. Alan?
All right, Bill, thank you. We are a half a lap from the restart. Kevin LePage has given up the lead for a pit stop. He is back in 24th now. He was the only one on the lead lap to come in. So Rusty Wallace is now back out in front, but Todd Bodine was between LePage and Wallace when the caution came out. So he's on the tail end of the lead lap in front of Rusty. Coming to halfway next time, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon. Then the lap car of Bobby Hamilton, then third place Tony Stewart. And we are halfway through the Sharpie 500 at Bristol. The spectacle, the sight, the night race on the world's fastest half mile. Glad you've joined us for our coverage here on TNT. Alan Bestwick here with Benny Parsons, Wally Dallenbach, and our entire NASCAR crew. This has been a rugged and rough race, and Jeff Gordon might just get the lead away from Rusty Wallace here.
He's there. Off the corner, side by side, makes some contact in the back straightaway. Jeff's got to get the lead out of this deal. He's got the excellent position.
Gordon to the point. The story of this race so far, crashing early and often. We've had 11 cautions. 63 of the 250 laps in the first half of this race have been run behind the pace car. Drivers who are out of the race include Mark Martin, Ricky Craven, Michael Waltrip. They're all behind the wall. You've got Andy Houston, Rick Mast, Jeff Green, the pole sitter, Buckshot Jones out of the race. Number of other cars laps down after damage. They've been running all over each other tonight here in Thunder Valley. Ricky Craven, the most recent driver to go behind the wall. He's with Liz.
Ricky, this is not where you want to be right now. What happened out there?
Well, it's just a contact sport, you know. It's just like a 12-round heavyweight fight. You just go toe-to-toe all night. And the only way to avoid that is to be out front. And then even then you can't avoid it. But it wasn't our night for the Tide team. But we're going to come back next week at Darlington. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, they're still working on the car, maybe in hopes of getting it back out there tonight. Alan.
Battle position, Steve parked to one car on the inside of Labonte. Terry Labonte for 7th. Jimmy Spencer goes by.
Spencer picking up a spot there. Ken Schrader running in 6th. They're trying to get some spots on him. Haven't called Schrader's name a lot tonight, but he started back in 11th. Or up in 11th, I should say. He's had a solid night.
Kenny loves this place. He loves running this place, and he runs it well. They had a lot of problems in practice, but they got a good qualifying lap. And he's running really good now. The one car's all over him.
Because the 26 is all over the 1.
6th, 7th, and 8th.
Park finally gets that run off turn 2. Takes a spot away. Here comes Jimmy Spencer, and we see Bill Elliott go round.
Caution's out. 12th time tonight.
Todd Bodine did get a lap back that time.
So Todd is back on the lead lap in 24th place. There's the blue light special.
You come in to put 4 tires on to take some wedge out of it. Better do 2 at a time, probably. Hold up.
And Elliott's got some problems there that he will come to pit road and get attended to. Just past halfway here at Bristol in the Sharpie 500.
The Sharpie 500 is brought to you by Sharpie Permanent Markers, asking race fans everywhere, how do you use your Sharpie? By Dodge and the nearly 3,000 dealers who invite you to come see what's new. By Pep Boys, all you need to know is where to go. Pep Boys. And by Viagra. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
12th caution of the Sharpie 500 brought out when Bill Elliott got spun around up in 3 and 4. He's getting attention from the Dodge boys.
Some damage to the left front that the flat tire did. They have hammered out. And the inspector's telling something over on the right side. Okay, now we got it fixed. I guess that's some lug nuts off the right rear.
Elliott back in 26 now, 1 lap down. Let's take a look at what happened to him to get him spun around.
Dale Jr., the 8 car, was there. It's almost like what Todd Bodine in the 33 car earlier.
Tough call, just fighting for the same real estate. You've got to get these cars down on the bottom. They both wanted to be on the bottom. And if you get a little bit outside of that dark area, take a look here. Well,
Clear down, come on down.
it just doesn't take much. It just takes a little hit like that.
Nice move by Matt Kenseth to get by the both of them while they were hung together. Matt went to 17th, and Elliott again getting attention from the Ray Evernham Motorsports team.
You know, Alan, you were talking about earlier about the spotters. The problem with doing the spotting job here is by the time you see something and you push the button and you go to say something, that hole may be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, things happen so quick here that the driver really has to use his instincts on that.
Ward Burton's back on the lead lap. Marty?
Yeah, Alan, they decided to come down pit road this time. His car was pretty loose on that last run, and they really didn't have much to lose. They restarted 23rd, had gotten up to 21st now. They took 2 rounds out of the right rear of wedge. That should tighten them up as we get ready to go back to green on the racetrack.
Green.
Gordon, Wallace, Stewart, Jarrett, Harvick. Those are the top 5.
And that's exactly what Jeff wanted to happen. He wanted to get that 55 car in between him and the 2 car for as long as he possibly can. Because if the 2 car has just a little bit of trouble getting around Bobby Hamilton, that's going to help Jeff Gordon drive a little bit further away.
Hamilton in 25th place. First car 1 lap down.
Oh, looked like Hamilton got in the fence off turn 4. I'm sorry, that was turn 2.
It happened so fast here, it's understandable.
On board with Tony Stewart as he now has the problem trying to get by Bobby Hamilton. That 36 degrees bank we showed you in a pre-race show, it just doesn't look like it's that steep inside these race cars.
But when you're sitting in that thing, when you go down in the corner, it feels like you're being thrown out the right side window when you go barreling off into one of these corners right here. Right there, you're being pushed so hard to the right, you can't believe it.
Wasn't that cool with the bowling balls?
It's a great shot.
I got a great laugh at that. Little payback back in traffic. Johnny Benson just gave Brett Bodine a good rap in the back bumper. He's getting admonished from NASCAR on that. Benson was involved in an accident earlier in the race in which Brett Bodine was the other participant.
Just
you don't get any rest here. You watch Rusty go through the corner. You go through the corner and you get down the straightaway. It takes you half the straightaway to get the car straightened up.
Let's just talk. Let's just, as he comes off the corner, next time we'll count and see how long that he's able to relax. He's done in the corner. Comes off. When the wheel goes back straight, we'll count. 1001, 1002. About a second and 3/4. He's back into the corner, turning again.
And that ain't much of a rest.
Not much of a rest is correct.
Watch him come up out of the seat when he stands all the way on the throttle. Watch his helmet. See him sit up in the seat?
Yeah.
He's hard on it.
Rusty Wallace, one of the masters of Bristol. 9 times he's been to victory lane here. He's won 3 of the last 5 races, all told in his career. Rusty has led over 3,300 laps here.
And this 2-car, Rusty Wallace, added to that total here tonight. But right now he's in second spot, a second and a quarter behind Jeff Gordon.
Rusty has led 123 laps tonight between 2 different occasions out in front. Other lap leaders include Jeff Green, the pole sitter, who went out of the race after being involved in an accident. Jeff Gordon, Ricky Craven, Kevin LePage, Steve Park, and Ricky Rudd. Let's mention that Jeff Green, while his car is out of the race, he is now behind the wheel of Mike Skinner's car. It is back in action, 109 laps down. Richard Childress deciding that it wasn't worth taking a chance on Skinner banging that left ankle and knee up again. Dale Jarrett running in 4th place. Bill, how about him?
He's had one of those typical Bristol nights. He has hit just about everything or everybody on the racetrack. Never, or really not his fault. He's been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but the car is extremely good. They've had good pit stops, too. 14.5 and 15.5 seconds. Last time made a track bar and an air pressure adjustment. He's a candidate for the Winning Ugly Award. Matt?
Besides battling, having to pit here on the backstretch, Steve Park now has a problem with his voltage. It is dropping. Paul Andrews told him to swap to the second box. Steve reported in, he started the race in the second box. The concern is there's no rev chip in the second ignition box. They're hoping to go to that second box because sometimes another ignition box will draw differently. He has turned off all the fans except for the rear end gear fan. The one thing about driver comfort, he's also turned off the air conditioning unit to his seat.
Steve Park running in 6th place right now. Staying right with Kevin Harvick, who's in front of him.
Jeff Gordon, the last couple of laps, he's in traffic right now, but the last 3 or 4 laps I've been checking their monitor, and Rusty Wallace, everyone in the top 6 has been faster than Jeff Gordon.
Last lap by, they were pretty close. We'll check speeds at the line here this time.
Now, don't forget, you got some of these guys working traffic, so.
That time Gordon was faster. Dave?
And Alan, a while ago, Jeff radioed into his crew, good car feels real good. And he hasn't said anything since, so all we can assume is he did get caught up in traffic for the time being. Robin Loomis did tell him, don't be afraid to turn a little front brake into it if you want to, which I guess that might mean that he was a little bit loose, and he can adjust that with brake bias.
That's exactly what he's probably talking about, so. But he doesn't look loose right now. He's got that car stuck right on the bottom of the racetrack. He's actually even getting on the asphalt a little bit. So his car is working excellent.
212 laps to go. Another critical round of pit stops coming up for the leaders. We're back to Thunder Valley in a minute.